Welcome to the show. This is The Force Awakens. It says it on my t-shirt, and yes, with a new logo. It's the Australia map with a rebel logo inside. It's sort of shaped to look like an F in a way to represent The Force Awakens. This is the logo for The Force Awakens, the added to the design. And my name is David Zamet, aka Diz. Let's get on with it. Anyway, so like, share, or repeat the view. Subscribe to this channel if you want more news, views, reviews, interviews. If that's what you choose, pay your dues. Anyway, so let's get into the Star Wars news. Star Wars news this time around, we've got a big Easter special coming up on this channel between April 13 and April 16. You want to check this channel because there's some crazy funky magnitude stuff happening with this channel between April 13 and April 16. Easter weekend, just watch out for it. It's going to be big. I'm dropping about 3 or 4 videos. Stick around for that. Anyway, Star Wars Celebration, this is more news now. Star Wars Celebration has yet to announce Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker, is going to appear at Star Wars Celebration 2017. If there's a couple hundred of tickets left days before this event, I'm sure they'll announce it. If it's completely sold out, don't be surprised that they're going to surprise us. That's a sort of an interesting way of putting it, but don't be surprised that they will surprise us. With Mark Hamill appearing on the Thursday, which is the epic 40th celebration for Star Wars, or the Friday, which is the episode 8 panel. So one of those two, or even both, he could appear at. But I'm sure he will be at the convention, celebration, whatever you like to call it. That's Celebration 2017. Speaking of Star Wars Celebration 2017, C-3PO, which is Anthony Daniels, and what I like to call the Riz, his name is the Riz, he was the pilot in Rogue One, has been announced that will appear at Star Wars Celebration 2017. The Riz, Anthony Daniels, photo ops, autographs, possible sort of panels where they will be a one-man show, especially with Anthony Daniels. I've heard he's fantastic at that, so watch out for that. And so, to more news, Yoda is making the news after a very long time. Frank Oz, who puppeteers and voices Yoda, sort of gave possibly away that Yoda could be in episode 8. If he is, if he isn't, for me, I don't mind, but I think he has given it away, which sort of brings down the surprise element a little bit for myself, but I'm happy to sort of know it. You know, I feed off these things like all you Star Wars fans out there. Yeah, so that's Yoda's news this week, and that is the Star Wars news for this time around. So let's get into the views. The views this time around is Maul going to die in the Rebels animation episode this week, with Obi-Wan, Maul versus Obi-Wan. We think that's how he possibly will die. I think they're going to have him live at least for another season. He's a draw card. He's not one of my favourite characters. I do think he is a good character. As I've said before in a previous views segment, I'd like to see his character sort of keep on defying death, hanging on to revenge, whether it's about Obi-Wan or other people. Just that sort of whole idea is an interesting psychological aspect. I'd like to see him go even past episode 8 or 9 and beyond, if that can be possible. It could be done. I thought his death was a little bit not so rock solid, especially when he reappeared alive after all these years. I just think it would be better explained that he came back alive for, you know, a great reason, which is defying the odds. Something about him just has him keep living for this revenge. I think that would be great. So I think Maul won't die this week, but I think if they're going to kill him off in Rebels, it will definitely be the end of or middle to of the season 4 of Rebels, which will be towards the end of this year, I think. But personally, I'd like him to keep living. He's got more story to give, a great psychological aspect to Star Wars. So that's my views this time around. So let's get into the reviews. My reviews this time around is something a bit interesting. See, I'm a collector like all you Star Wars fans out there, or non-Star Wars fans. I got the toys in the cases. I got, the key rings, got the stickers. I got some wear, the Force Awakens, hats, it all. But I've got something that's interesting I've kept. And I've got to keep this frozen. I'll show you. It's the Force Awakens Icy Bowls as a lightsaber. Can you believe it? I've kept these. I've not even opened the pack because I just don't want to open the pack. But I would love to have one. I'm sure they're delicious. You get red, you get green, you get blue. All the flavors of the Sith and the Jedi. And what this one comes with is some hilts that you can actually make more lightsabers. But this is actually frozen. It's been taken out of my freezer right now just to show you guys a review of a great product. I thought when I saw these, I said, I've got to get me one of those. I mean, ice sabers. That's what they call them, ice sabers. Man! So check that one out. I'm keeping this. Whoa, the expiry date. Better check that one out. But anyway, that's my review. I give this 9 out of 10. Let me put this down. I'm back. So now we're going to get into the interview section. Interview section this week was a guy named Harry. He's actually a good friend of Tom, the one I had the week before. Another young guy, good-looking man, very polite, very respectful person. Not greatly into Star Wars, but sort of has a bit of knowledge. I thought his point of view is really good to hear and see. I mean, unfortunately, I've got to explain to you again. I don't have many Star Wars fans around me, but I have a lot of people who have seen it or seen aspects to it. I have a lot of people who are into movies, but I like getting the perspective of everyday people. This interview section is not just for your Star Wars fans to be interviewed. It's for also regular people. It could be for celebrity if I ever get that. But anyway, I'll keep rocking that one. But yeah, so until the next time, here's Harry with the interview coming right after. But until the next time, as I say, at the Force always, keep rocking. Okay, welcome to the interview section of the Force Always. So this is Harry. How you doing?
Good, thanks, Doctor.
Excellent. Now, so your age is?
I'm 18 years old.
18 years old. A good-looking man like Tom the week before. Excellent. Now, so have you seen any of the Star Wars films?
I've seen all the Star Wars films.
Yeah, beautiful. So, do you like the originals, which is 4, 5, and 6, or the prequels, which is 1, 2, and 3?
I liked all of them, but I've got to say I prefer the originals.
Okay. And what about 7? Did you like 7?
I enjoyed it. I've heard some people didn't like it, but I liked it a lot. I thought it was a good film. Yeah.
Well, what was a fault to it, in your opinion?
I couldn't really pick up on any, but I'm sure if you were a true Star Wars fan, there was probably a few. But from my view, no faults.
That's it. So you've also seen Rogue One, which was out not long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so when you saw Rogue One, what did you think of that?
I enjoyed it a lot. I liked the cinematography in it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, you were telling me a story just before we went on camera here that you saw Rogue One, but you thought it was Episode 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, I can understand that if you're not a hardcore Star Wars fan, or you could sort of mess it up. They're really throwing us a lot of films at the moment. That's Disney. So, what was it you thought it was Episode 8? Was it the advertising, or you just sort of was oblivious to it all, or you just why?
I'd probably say oblivious to it all. I wasn't really quite sure what I was getting into. I hadn't read about it. I kind of went into thinking it's the most recent one. It's going to be the most recent film, but
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what attracted you to it? Was it the previews or just the fact it was a Star Wars film?
Just the fact it was Star Wars, I had to say it.
Yeah. So at the end of this year, we've got Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Are you excited to see that, or you just sort of see it if you have to?
Oh, I'll definitely see it. I'm quite excited to
Yeah.
see it. I don't know any background information about what it's going to be about, but I'll be there for sure.
Yeah, beautiful. And so if there's one great thing about Star Wars and one bad thing about Star Wars in general, what would you say that is?
Great thing. I just like the depth to it all. How there's
Yeah.
like all the different planets, like everything has its own backstory.
Yeah.
And bad thing, maybe in some of the first ones, some of the sound effects are a little bit off, but I think that kind of adds to it in a way as well.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. Well, anyway, thank you very much, Harry, for that.
Oh,
And may the force be with you.
thank you, Doctor. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah. Beautiful.
The Force will be with you, always.